So here we can see how to program C++, how to program. These are all the title and the edition number and the copyright. So whose ititles ends with how to program in an ascending order by title. Merging data from multiple tables and in a join. This is one of the. So here the database designer will split the related data into separate tables, which ensure the database does not show and the data independently. And it is very easy, necessary to merge the data from multiple tables into the single result. Referred to as joining the tables. An new join merges row from two tables by matching a value in columns that are common to the table. It selects a column name 1, column name 2 from table 1 inner join table 2, which specify the columns from each table which that are compared to determine which rows are emerged. And also it is accomplished by the ISBNs for books written by each author. Select first name, the last name ISBN, and the authors, then inner join author ISBN or authors dot authors ID is equal to authors ISBN dot authors ID. So then order by last name, first name. The syntax table name, common name, and the on clause called a qualified name. It specifies the columns from each table that should be compared to the other tables. So here we have written the first name, last name with the ISP, which are written in the ascending order by the last name and the first name, which includes the skill system linked with the same name for multiple tables that must precede those column names with their table names and a dot. And it qualifies columns which have the same name in two or more tables in an array. Insert statement. Hmm. In the insert statement, it inserts the rows in a table, insert into a table name, column name 1, column name 2, something like that. The values, value 1, value 2, value 3. In the table 1, it is used to insert the row and the comma. And a table name is followed by a comma, which is separated by the list of column names in the and not required if the insert operation specifies the value for every column of the table in the correct order. So the list of names will be followed by the SQL keyword values and the comma separated values, and which is here must the column is specified of the table name in both order and type. Type, insert statement. It indicates values are provided for the first name and the last name, and the values are 200, for example. If you did not spy the author's ID in this example because I think authors is auto incremented column and author's table, and it is used to and not every database will support the auto incremented columns. So these are the after insert operation specify the value of an incremented error. So where the semicolon, column, exclamatory has its own uh, way to write the program. When we want to update the statement, so update table name, set column name 1 is equal to value 1, column name 2 is equal to value 2, something like that, where criteria. The column name is the table to update, which is followed by the keyword set, and the comma is separated by the list of column where it provides criteria which determine that determine which rows to update, and then update authors set last name where last name all Harvey. So these are after an update operation. Delete statement. Delete from delete from author's name where last name is equal to black and the first name is zero. So delete this row. So this is a table after the delete operation. Introduction for the installing MySQL, where the community edition is an open source database management system that executes on many platforms, which includes Windows, Linux, Mac OS X, and it installs the MySQL community editions on the Windows, Linux, or Mac OS X. Introduction for the setting up of MySQL user account. For example, MySQL examples will execute correctly if you need to set up your the user account, which allows you to create, delete, and modify the database. If you open the command prompt and start the database server by executing the command MySQL exe, which has no output, it simply starts with MySQL server, which is not do not doesn't use this window. Doing so terminates the server, where the MySQL monitor can set up a user account which open another command prompt and execute the command. And it indicates the host to which the MySQL server is running. At the MySQL prompt type, use MySQL semicolon, which is used to select the built-in database name MySQL. Add the title user account to the MySQL built-in database for the commands from MySQL database prompt. Which is used to create the title user with the privileges which is needed to create the database used in this chapter and manipulate them. Command the prompt. Execute. In this selection, we represented two examples. The first one introduces how to connect to a database and query the database. The second demonstrates how to display the uh, result of the query in a table, connecting and querying a database. Uh, Best example of the illustrated connectors connecting to a friends. Uh, it sorry the connecting to and querying a database. So it is the best example of illustrate the connection connecting to the database for acquiring the database and the processing the result. So this is the program which displays the contents of an author's table. So where we use the 4 5 steps java.sql connection statement driver manage results set metadata and SQL exemptions which are used to display the contents of the author table and public class display authors. These are the static final string database underscore URL is equal to and public static void. These are the law on the application where it manages the connection in the 19th, 20th, 21st steps data, where they connect they manage the connections and the query statements and the results, and also the connect to the database books and query database. And these are the contents of the author's table. Collection to and acquiring to a database, where it identifies the name of the database to connect as well as the information about the protocol used by the JDBC driver. Where JDBC4 and higher support will have automatic driver discovery, which is not long required to load the database driver in advance. It ensures the program which can locate the database driver class